Hello everybody, I'm Serta and welcome to Blossom the Seed of Life. This is such a good looking game. I played the demo a while back. This is essentially the final release, and the release date is the 9th of March. The link to the Steam page will be in the description, but it's a terraforming game. It is very cool, a little different and good fun. You'll be able to take your world from a dusty, lifeless planet to a planet with plants and trees and animals. It is very, very pretty. Thank you very much to the devs for sending me the key. I appreciate it. And we're going to jump into this. We're going to play a new game. We'll click on it. And we have difficulty, Survivor or Explorer. Forgiving mode with 50% less power, water, and fuel consumption. Perfect for relaxed exploration. Survival is the experience with standard power usage. No, I think we'll go with Survival. I've played the demo, so I have an idea how it goes. So let's get stuck in. And here we are. Our power system's at 10%, so we need to run over... Oh, hold on. Let me fix my sensitivity. That's a little bit better. We need to plug ourselves in, and we have a little battery indicator on our backpack at the back, and we can press Q to disconnect. So we have a little bit here. We have a battery. This battery is, I believe it's overcharged. If I can, there we go. 733 power, it's overcharged. That is all the power we have, so we need to be a little careful with it. We have a little storage shelf. Storage works differently in this game, in that you don't have a very big inventory. We have a crafting station, which we're going to use right now. And then, yeah, we need power to open the door. We only need to do this once, so we can grab it and plug it in. Wait for it to charge up. Come on, give us some charge. And there it is. And we can unplug this. We only need to do that once. The door is now open. We can then plug in the crafting station, and we can go and have a look at what is in the crafting station. So, mining module, we need the small backpack, which we have. That's it. We just have to make it. And we have a mining module. And it's automatically installed, so we can use it straight off the bat. So the next thing that we need is to upgrade the backpack. If we go in here, medium backpack, we need 3 iron ore. We've already got the small backpack and we have power. So 3 iron ore. And we'll run outside and we're going to hit E to mine. That's 2 of them and 1 more. Good. So now we can head back into our little capsule. This is a capsule, but it's also something else. And we'll find out what that is later. So hop in here, medium backpack, crafting. So now we have 6 storage slots on the backpack and we have more battery capacity. So we just connect ourselves. Yep, sorted out our power. We have more power. The next thing we need to do is craft an encryption key. So let's go and have a look at what we've got. So we've got a light module. We've got mining module V2. We have a sprint module, which adds the ability to increase running speed. It also uses more power. And then we have the large backpack. We're going to have to find a few things for those. But for now, they want us to do the encryption key. That needs a copper ore and a regolith chunk. So let's hop outside. And that will be copper ore over there. There's orange type rock and we can go and mine it. I'll just pick up 2 pieces. It's fine. You don't really want to be picking up more than you can handle. And it looks like in that same direction. Now, I'm not sure if this looks slightly different to the map that I originally played. I don't know if it's procedurally generated or if it's just a set map. Oh, we are in. Ooh, would be bad to leave that behind. We are low on power now, and if we die, we leave a little tombstone with all of our stuff next to it, so I don't really want to have little tombstones all over the place. So we'll get back and we'll sort out that charge very quickly. There we go. And we are charged. Plug that back in. Go in here. Encryption key. We can... Oh, we didn't pick up regolith. Let's go and find a piece of regolith lying around. And they're little pieces of rock. You'll find them all over the place, like right here. There's one. So we can pick that up. We've discovered regolith that's available in the control panel. There's a day-night cycle in this as well, which is why we have a light. But yeah, let's get that encryption key done. And that is done. And then we can come over to the control panel. And we can see that there are little tutorials, which are very nice. And all the resources are over here. We can press R to insert the encryption key. And a box drops outside. All right, let's go and see what that's about. Alright, it contains a printer, so we can press E to deploy, and let's see, where are we going to put this? Let me see, there's quite a lot of space in that direction I'd like to have the printer relatively close, but it does have a range. I see that there's a lot of space out this side, so maybe I'll do it this way. And then, like, power over here. That's not exactly the direction I wanted it in. Anyway, that'll do. That's fine. Now I need to upgrade my backpack again. So if we head in here, large backpack needs sulfur, which we have, and we need silica. So let's go and grab that. Silica will be crystals. Yes, like that over there. Maybe there's something a little closer. Maybe not. Ah, there we go. That's closer. But before I run out, I think I should maybe charge myself just a little bit more. So this power won't be used by the crafting station unless you're actually crafting something. So it's fine to leave it plugged in, as far as I remember. But the mining of this is going to be very expensive. We're going to have to just watch out. We're not too far away, fortunately. But as you can see, the power drains super quick when you're mining this. Or do I? No, I think I will just take the one. Let's head back. Right, we did have enough power, but I think, yeah, better safe than sorry. So, now we can get the large backpack, and then we can go and plug ourselves in, and now we got 8 storage slots on our backpack. Perfect. Plug that back in. So, our battery's down to 580. The construction module enables construction. We've got the resources, so I'm doing that one. Light info module, that would be good. So 2 regolith chunks. Let's go and sort that out. Yeah, not a lot of regolith lying around here. Maybe I'm just running out in the wrong direction. But there are resources around, so you'll always find them. And there's another piece of regolith, which I will happily grab. Right, so info module version 1. That is done, and now we have a compass up at the top of our screen. Pretty cool. It doesn't give us much information, so optional to install info module version 2. That's going to need the version 1 and 2 pieces of iron. So all we need to do is pick up 2 pieces of iron. So we can just run out to a rock and go and grab them and then head back. There we go. Info module V2. So now we need to find 5 missing vaults, and that info module just gave us the ability to find them, because if you look at our compass up at the top, you can see them all there, and we can also see our home base. So let's give ourselves a charge, because we're going to go and run out now. We are charged, and let's see if we can find the closest one. All right, well, it looks like there's one off in that direction. So they're not terribly close, but not too bad. And there you go, our first vault. And if we hop over here, open it, and inside we'll find a blueprint disk for a fuel generator. Perfect. Now we still have power, so I think I'm going to head to the next one that's over in that direction, and maybe pick up this regolith while I'm running. And there it is. As you can see, it's not very far away from where we were. These are just all in the opposite direction to what I was running at the beginning. And this is for a drill T1. And then the next one is over in that direction, just over this ridge. And if you look out into the distance, you'll see loads and loads of places that we can go and visit. All right, there's 2 pretty close together over here. So let's grab this one. This is for a terraform analyzer. And then this one is for a battery T1. Awesome. And then there's one more. And it's literally right here. I think I just ran past it earlier. Anyway, we'll open that up, and that's a power extender. Super. We've got all the missing vaults. We've got all the blueprints. We need to go and install them. Now, this will be fun because we don't really have any power here yet. So, we're going to connect ourselves to the power, and then we're going to go and find the blueprint slot, which is over here, and we're going to put the blueprints in and have them scanned, one at a time. And we're also unlocking recipes at the same time as we're unlocking these blueprint disks. And this is the last one. We are sorted. Great. Now we need to build a battery. All right, well, let's disconnect first. So from our printer, I think over here is where I'm going to do the power setup. Yeah, that looks about right. So we can go into the printer now, if I plug myself into it and use it. So now we have the ability to make batteries, power extenders, a fuel generator. We also can do a drill T1 and terraform analyzer, and we can do storage T1. I don't even know if I'm going to bother with storage T1. We'll wait for the better ones. But for now, we need to get power going. So I'm going to first do a fuel generator. That means we need composite metal and copper wire. composite metal, as far as I remember, I need to disconnect, is made from iron and regolith. Now I have some regolith, and we've got some iron over here. We'll grab that. I'll grab a little bit more iron, and then just run out and grab these pieces of regolith right there. Now we do have storage in our, it is a ship, because at the bottom on the left hand side it says ship's battery power at 548. So this is a ship. It's not just a random habitat. Anyway, we also needed copper wire, but that's fine because I'm going to go in here and I'm going to make a composite metal. And while I'm here, I'm going to make the regolith oxide rod, and that takes 2 regolith chunks. I'll make one of those, and I'm going to drop off a few bits and pieces in here. So let's drop off the iron and the regolith. Yeah, I'll keep those items on me. I just need to go and find some copper, and it shouldn't be too difficult to find. There is, oh, mind you, I should probably get myself some power before I head out and try and mine stuff. Alright, and we are almost fully charged. Done. So out to the copper. Okay, that's a piece, and I might as well get a little bit more. I can't remember how much copper ore you need to make the copper wire, so I got an extra one just in case. And then we can hop in here, go and make the copper wire. It does take 2 copper, so that's done. And then we can come out, and I said I was going to do my power over on this side, and I'm sticking to that. So we do need to hop into our printer and build the fuel generator, and then we can decide where we're going to put that. And I think for now, I'll keep it relatively close. Yeah, we'll do it something like this. Super. And now we can plug this in, and we can put in a fuel rod. That regolith oxide rod, well, it goes in here. And now this starts producing power. It's easy as that. But there's a few more steps because, you know, that's going to keep working until it has given everything it needs charge. So I'm going to use it. And it's charging me up very, very slowly. So not ideal to do it this way. Right, so now that I've switched it off, it'll stop using the fuel. At the moment, there is no fuel generation because there's no power connection. And that means it's not using our regolith rod. And I think we can actually get rid of this. So hold Q to deconstruct so that it's not in the way. So there's a couple of things that we need now. We need the extenders. And I think the extenders just use composite material, and we also need a battery. So the power extender, yeah, there it is. Just 1 composite metal. The battery uses 1 power cell. So let's organize that. We will need regolith and iron. And I think I have some regolith and iron inside, but I'll save that for a rainy day. And I didn't actually check what the recipe was for the power cell. Let's go and have a look at that. So the power cell, we need a copper and a sulfur ore. Okay, we found sulfur, was the yellow stuff. And then we need a regolith chunk. So we'll run over to our sulfur deposit, which is in the hole over here. See if we can grab one. I keep forgetting to charge myself. There's a regolith chunk. I'll grab that. Alright, get myself all nicely charged up. You charge way faster from a battery than from a generator. And we can head out and go and get some sulfur. And along the way, maybe pick up a few other little bits and pieces. So you won't be able to mine these bigger ones because it says you need to mine it with a laser module. So for now, we are stuck with these. And we also have another resource in here, and that is silver, which you also can't mine. I don't believe you can even mine the small bits. No, you can't. Anyway, let me get this one more piece of sulfur so we've got a spare one in stock. Cool. And we can head back. My battery's running out, but there's some copper that we also need. Alright, back in. Charge up. We're charged. Let's go and make ourselves a composite metal. And we're going to do... yeah, we need the copper ore. 1 copper ore. So let's hop over the hill quickly and go and get that copper. Right, and this doesn't use as much power as the sulfur, so I still have a bit so I can get both pieces. We can hop in here and power cell, done. So now we can make a battery. But I could do another power cell and have 2 batteries. So let's do that. That will mean I need another composite metal, and I have the goods on me. That's done. And it looks like the sun is going down. I'm going to need that light module soon. Right, so we'll need to plug in over here. And we're going to do a power extender. Now, I should actually have planned to do 2. If I put one over here. Alright, that's done. And then we head in here and we go battery. And I'm going to grab batteries and I'm going to do like a bank of them. So we'll put one there. And it has suddenly become dark. Another battery. We'll put it next to it, but not too close because the connection points can become a little difficult. And then I'm going to grab another power extender since I have the stuff for it. And we'll put another power extender on this side. Get myself out of the way. And we'll put that one over there. Excessive draw detected from backpack. Ah, I've been disconnected. All right. I'll have to charge myself. All right, I am charged. We'll plug the crafting thing in. We still have 361 power in this battery. So we're good for a moment. But once I've got this sorted out, everything should improve. All right, that is built. So now I can plug this into there. I will plug the generator into that extender. I'll grab that extender and bring it over to here. And then grab that cable and put it into there. Now, we should be charging the batteries. Cool, we are. And I can grab one more cable over here. That was the wrong one. I need to get this one and plug it into this extender. And now our printer is powered full time. Fantastic. I think I'm probably going to need another power generator. Well, not immediately, but soon. Let's quickly go and see what we need for that light module so it's not so dark. Right, the light module, I just need to go and pick up a copper ore. But we also have the mining module too. That's copper and silica, so that's something to get. Then there's the overlay module, we'll get to that. The sprint module, the sprint module I can do. Takes 4 iron. So I'm going to go and drop off what I'm carrying. And then I'm going to go and collect resources. And the first thing is going to be 4 pieces of iron. And that will be them. Then I need 2 pieces of copper. And this will give me the 2 pieces of copper. Actually, I need 3 pieces of copper. So there's another piece over here. And then I need a piece of silica. And I don't think I have the power to be able to go and pick that up. All right, I got an extra piece of copper. And I'm fully loaded, so I'm going to head back. So let's go and get a couple of modules. Let's see what we can get. We can get the light module. So I'm going to do that. Although it's morning already, so it's a little pointless. Then the sprint module we can get, so I'll get that. We could get the info module V3, but I think I'd prefer to get the mining module, so I just need a bit of power, and then I'll go and get myself some silica. Right, that's plugged in. Good. Quick run up the hill. We just need 1 piece, and then we'll be able to mine a little better. There it is. And I've got to keep everything fueled up, so I'm going to pick up regolith whenever I find it if I have space. So there's the mining module Mark II. So we could get the info module Mark III. I'd need to get another copper. I'm not really worried about that right now. Got the mining module, but that has resources we can't access yet. Silver and aluminium. Anyway, regolith rod, because we're going to need it. And we'll go and drop it into our generator. And the batteries are full. Look at that. There's the little yellow things on the side. Those were black before. Now they are full. So we can put that in. And we're not using any power right now. And that regolith bar was only about 1/3 used. So I probably could get more batteries. No, I'm okay for now. So now we need to deploy a drill. Okay, right. This is where I'd actually prefer to get myself another one of these fuel generators. So I'm going to need to go and get the stuff. So I'm going to need copper. And it looks like things are getting a little further away now. Because I have been mining. Oh, what the heck. Let's get some silica. That didn't chew up my power quite as badly as it did before. Let's see if we can find some copper close by. Yeah, there's a bit. Don't think that's going to be enough. Oh, well, we've got one on us. Maybe it will be. We just need it for the copper wire. Oh, wait, there's more over here. Might as well. And I got to watch out for power, although I'm okay at the moment. Wait, did I just see regolith? I did. Now, eventually it gets easier. You actually have the ability to do mining. So it's not always like this running around. I need to charge myself before I continue. And then we can hop in here. We're going to need to make a copper wire. And let me grab a piece of iron and make a composite metal. I think that's what I needed. Cool. Let's head out and go and see that I've got the right stuff. Yep. Fuel generator. Good. I'll put this one next to this one. Just like that. And then I can take the power from there and plug it into there. Good. Now we are generating a lot of power. As long as I put fuel cells in there. That means a little bit more running around. There's some regolith lying around. I don't know if it respawns. I don't know. I feel like I've been in places and picked up stuff and then I go back and it's there again. So maybe it does. I'm not sure that the other resources respawn. But I feel like the regolith does. Anyway, I'll collect enough to make another 2 of those rods. It'll keep us going for a fair bit. Well, I'm seeing a new resource over here. And that is... Where's our ship? Over there. So southwest of our ship is aluminium. Alright, so we found aluminium. We know where silver is. It's with the sulfur in that hole over there. And I do have the flashlight. I can toggle it on and off. It does use power. So I'm not going to be doing that too often. And we can hop in, give ourselves a charge, jump in here, get a couple of regolith rods. Good. And then we can go and drop those into that fuel generator. So 1 in there and 1 in there. Good. Lots of power production. Bit of storage. I think I'm probably going to need more. So maybe what I'll do is just pop over and go and grab another piece of sulfur. Make myself another battery. And I think there's one like right here. Oh, there's a whole bunch right here. There you go. Actually, I think I needed more than that. So I needed a power cell. And maybe it was a composite as well. No, it wasn't. It was just a power cell. So that's cool. Let's put this down right around there. So now I can grab that connection and bring it in over there. And then connect these 2 together. And this is starting to charge. And now we have lots of power and a fair bit of power storage. Nice. So, back on mission, deploy a drill. Let's go and see what we need for a drill. Drill T1, we need 1 composite and a pressure core. Right, let's go and see what we need for a pressure core. Composite is pretty easy. I have a regolith and an iron there, so let's do firstly the composite. And then there's the pressure core that needs 1 more sulfur. Alright, I'll just give myself a charge before I go out. And then off we go. And just maybe so that I don't have to run over here too often, I'll pick up myself another couple. I have space. Because there's another machine that we're going to do. Ooh, power's at 10%. Alright, well. Quick jog back. Shouldn't be a problem getting home, I don't think. If you jump, I don't think you use power. So... maybe an option on how you can get around. How am I doing on power in this battery? It's going down fast. Right, pressure core. We have the stuff. Good. So, the composite and the pressure core are with us. Let's see where we're going to put this. We'll put it out over here. And that is the drill T1. And I want it to go around about here. I want it to rotate. Where is the plug point? There it is. So that can be there. And then we're going to plug the extender in from there into there. There we go. Come on. That's it. Now the drill starts working. And the drill is going to disperse the fog and dust, and that percentage will go up. Now, we need a terraform analyzer. And that is over here. That just needs glass. Glass, I think, needs silica, which I'm out of. And let me go and drop off the stuff that I don't need to be carrying with me. And go and see what we need for glass. Silica and regolith. Right. Straightforward enough. I'm charged. We'll run up the hill for the silica, and I see some regolith over there. Right, regolith collected. And let's see if we can grab a couple of silica before we run out of power. Yep, we can. Cool. Those are picked up. I could maybe even get another piece. Yeah, why not? Alright. And there's quite a lot of copper just over here. Yeah, not too bad. Ooh, and there's a radio tower. That's going to become important shortly. Not just yet, though. So when I get that glass made, charge myself up. How many glass was it? It was only 1, right? Yeah, it was. Okay, terraform analyzer. Let's put it closest to home. Yeah, we can have it somewhere around here. Even just over this side. I have a spare port on this extender, but I'm going to be using that soon. Because we're going to extend out that way. Anyway, let's get this rotated around. We can always move these things later. And then we're going to plug that into there. Now, we can go and have a look in here. And we can see that once we reach 660, we get the wagon T1, the storage module. 675, we get a battery module, which will be for the wagon. Mining laser module T1, that'll allow us to get like silver and aluminium. And then we get a storage T2, which has 8 slots. And then we get bigger stuff. And there's more, and there's a bit of a tech tree, and I'm not going to go through it all. A rover T2. Interesting. But pressure isn't the only thing we're worried about. We're also worried about temperature. That gets us T2 power extenders. Oh, there's a whole lot of stuff down here. Look at that. Mining drone platform T1. Lots of cool stuff in here. And then soil, scanner modules, auto storage T3. Very cool there. So as you can see, there's a heck of a lot to this game. It's oxygen. We can get a whole bunch of stuff on that. And then life. Orientation module. Energy channel unit. Don't know what that looks like, a railgun. Sure it isn't. But anyway, that's where we are. So we are waiting right now to get to 660 and we're almost there. And all I can do right now is just keep an eye on things. Batteries are good. Let's see. That's all right. That hasn't been used. That has about a little under a third left. And that hasn't been used. So we're going fine on power. Now we could build, it's optional, we could build a second drill to go faster, but I don't think it's really necessary. I mean, we're getting to where we need to go anyway. Maybe just a little bit slower than having to, but, you know, why waste the power? What I can do is go and collect resources, because I know I'm going to need a lot of things. Oh, there we go. We've actually finished that stage 1 already, so let's head over to our Terraform analyzer, and there are 2 blueprints, 2 new blueprints. That's those. So, press R, and there's the blueprint discs, and we grab them and we do exactly the same as what we did before. Head to the blueprint and plug both of them in, one at a time. And this is very cool now because we can start building wagons. So we hop into the printer, there's the wagon, we need copper wire, and the storage module needs composite metal. So let's go and build. We need 2 coppers for a copper wire, right? I believe so. Okay, let's go and get copper. And we'll go and make ourselves some copper wire. I think it was just over this hill. Yeah, a whole bunch of copper. And I'll look for regolith along the way because we need a bit of that for the composites. Oh, and it looks like there's a little deposit of regolith over there. And of course I didn't charge myself and ran all the way out here to do very little. Yeah, I have to get myself used to this again. No problem. We're back. We're charged. Battery has only 52% or 52 left. Let's get that copper and make ourselves some copper wire. Perfect. And I'm going to run out and collect some more stuff, especially some of that regolith. Yeah, look at all this regolith lying on the ground. That's great. I don't have a lot of space. I only have 1 more slot. Alright, well, it's going to be regolith. And then we actually need the mining laser to mine that one. Alright, I'll make another copper wire to get that out of my inventory. I need to pick up some iron as well. So I'll drop off all the copper wire, well, if I can, some of it. I should probably get rid of that and the sulfur. Get myself another power cell. Oh, that needed copper. Alright, well, we'll get ourselves some more regolith oxide rod. Pop that. That's not what I wanted to put in. Yeah, that's fine. It can go there. Yeah, let's do that. We'll put the fuel rod away. And I need to go and collect some iron. I think maybe I want to get rid of this rock that's been in my way. That's 2 pieces. Good. How are we doing over here? I didn't want to do that. Okay, well, we're at 670. We'll be able to get these soon. Holy cow. It's happening quickly, folks. And we'll make ourselves some composites. And another. Excellent. Anyway, I was going to build a wagon. And for now, it can just go over here. Yeah. All right. So, I haven't figured out which is the front and the back, but I think these look like little exhaust type things over here. So I'll say that's the back. And you can connect yourself to these and they will follow you around. Well, will they? Apparently not yet. Right. Next important thing is getting a storage module, which I can get, and that just snaps on the top of the wagon. So now we have a wagon that we can drag around that has storage. And we've got another database entry. Actually, you know, that's the front. Yeah, okay, so that's the front. If you connect to this side, it will not follow you. Yeah, that's the back. Okay, so the front is this side with the 2 little things on it. Right, so now we could run out and we've got 4 extra storage slots and we have achieved stage 2. So let's head over to the analyzer. Look at that. Battery module, mining laser, and storage T2. Get those blueprints and go and immediately get them out of our inventory. And we're discovering recipes and we've got a battery module. Now that battery module goes onto one of these. So I'm going to need more of them. That means I need a bunch more copper because I need more copper wire to make more wagons. I have another one over here that I'll take. And I need to give myself a little bit of a charge. How are we doing here? Can't be much left. Oh, no, we are out. So, maybe it's time. And I don't have any more connections. I'm going to need to get myself another power extender. And I can because I got a composite on me. So, let's rotate this one around like that. We are going to go to this. You see, now this is where things get a little tricky. Because I'm trying to select that plug over there. There it is. We're going to plug that into this side. We're going to connect that one into there. And they are working. And now I can bring this out. Connect from there. And we'll go into there. And now our ship is charged. And we also have a water socket. We'll get to that eventually. But first I'm going to build myself another wagon. So, wagon T1, let's just put it like... Okay, so if that's the front, storage can be in the last wagon, I think. Yeah, we'll need the mining laser, we'll need a battery, and there's a scanner. Is there a scanner? There was a scanner. Anyway, I need to empty out my storage somehow. Don't really have a place to put everything. Need to have a quick look in here. Mining laser, okay, we don't have the scanner yet. But we do have thermogel that we need for the mining laser. And power cell. Did I not make a spare power cell? No, maybe I used it. But we do have storage T2, which I could do. Because it's very easy. If I can find regolith lying around. Iron is not a problem. It's all over the place. So that's fine. I haven't really gone in this direction too much. So let's do that. And I see some regolith already. And sunrise is a good time because they glisten from a distance. Alright, that's 2. Oh, and there's a bunch here. This is the one I saw earlier. Alright, that's quite enough, I think. Right, the dispersion of the fog and dust storms is at 70%. So there's another unlock coming at some point. And I'm just going to make a... Oh, iron and regolith. Oh, there's no power in here. Right. So we'll plug this into there. The battery is charging. Because we are plugged in to the building over here. And then we can grab this one and plug it into our crafting station. Alright, this battery only holds 50, I think. How are our batteries outside doing? They are all full still. Excellent. Now we can make composites. And I'm just going to make a bunch of them because, you know, we're going to use them. And I have to figure out where I'm going to put my storage. And I think maybe over here, close to the ship and also... close to the printer. So storage T2. Let's find a nice place for it. And I think that actually looks pretty good right there. I don't think I have plans for that area. And I can go and drop stuff off. There we go. Awesome. I could just build another one. And, well, heck, why not? Let's do that. Another one, and I'm going to try and... Oh yeah, they snap, don't they? Don't they snap? They do snap. If I rotate it. So... get this one. Oh, no. Stop fixing me. There. There we go. It looks pretty nice. They snap together on the side as well. So look at all the storage I've got. I can go and collect huge amounts of stuff. There we go. I might have to organize it better later on, but it works. Right, I need to give myself a little pep up, and I am pepped up. Let's see about building myself another wagon. More copper wire. So, on the hunt for copper. I just got an achievement for lifting the planetary fog. What does that mean? Okay, 690, we're going to 700 to get the fuel generator 2. Drill 2, scanner module. Okay, there's the scanner module. Let's go and get copper. We're doing a lot of stuff around this area at the beginning, but we're going to be going further out. A lot further out. We just need some transport. And I left a composite on me, so I can't even collect all the copper that I want. That's okay. We don't need a lot of copper, and I can only pick up... well, I can pick up 2 more pieces. And with that, I'm loaded up with copper. So we'll go and make a bunch of copper wire and get more wagons. The sky is clearing. We can see further now. Right, in here, copper wire, and I'm going to do a bunch of it. There we go. And I think 2 more wagons. I think there might be a limit. Actually, I need to charge myself. But I think there might be a limit on the number of wagons you can have. I think it's like 4. All right, we are disconnected. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to build another wagon. This is all lots of preparation work. I'll swing this one around like that. And then another one. And there. So I actually need to deconstruct this storage module because... Wait, hang on. The storage module... Yeah, this is the front. No, the storage module stays there. I need to get the battery module and the miner. So the mining laser module uses glass, and I can drop things off. I don't need to be carrying them with me. Let's go and see what we need for glass and thermogel. Okay, so thermogel is 2 sulfur ore, and glass is silica and regolith. So I need more regolith and silica. And I've got sulfur. Yeah, there's the other sulfur. Is that what I need? Yeah, make a thermogel. There we go. So thermogel is made and we are putting it into storage. There's a chunk of regolith and I have some silica and I can make glass. There we go, I got glass. And then I just need to pick up the thermogel, hop in here. There we go. Can make the mining laser tool. That will go on this one and confirm. And then I will need a power cell because I want to get a battery on the next wagon. Oh, and we've dissipated the dust storms. So I need to head over this way. I need to go and pick up some sulfur and some copper. Copper's over there. Didn't charge myself again. It's cool. I can just come and plug myself in here and done. Super fast. So now that we've dissipated the dust, we are told that we need to increase pressure to form the ice, and the drills increase pressure, so that is happening. All right, there's some sulfur. Let's go and get some copper. I think it was copper. All right, and if I can spot any more regolith, I can. I'll just swing by and pick them up. Yeah, so the drill will increase the pressure. As you can see, it's already going up. I'm just going to take all of those. Yep, that's all I can carry. And my power is low, so I'll just top that up super quick. And it automatically disconnects when you connect it to something outside. So we need the power cell. That is done. And then I can head out, come into the printer, say I want a battery module. Battery module is going to go, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Build it there. And how are we doing here? Did we get another one? Yeah, we did. Okay, so press R for the blueprints. Pick up all of those. Oops. Oh, I have no space for them. It's alright, I'll go back and pick up that sulfur. Let's get these all done. Fuel generator T2. Awesome. Scanner module T1. Very good. And drill T2. Awesome stuff. And we'll pick up that sulfur again and go and drop off what we can into our little storages. Super, now we're empty. What I need to do now is connect all of these guys together. So from there to there, and from there to there, and this guy from there into there, and this battery needs to get charged as well. So I'm going to grab a line off here and drag that into the plug at the back. And there you go, that battery is insta-charged. We are almost done. There's one more thing that we just unlocked, and that is the scanner module. That needs copper wire and glass. So off to get some silica, and we are running out of small bits of silica here, but there you go, we got one. Oh wait, there's one. We can grab that, and I think I've got enough regolith back at the base, unless I see any around. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, might as well. We're going to need them for the power anyway. Now that I'm back, I'll just give myself a quick charge, and I'm going to pick up a bit of regolith and just remind myself of that recipe. It is 1 copper wire, 1 glass. I have copper wire over here, so I'll grab that, and then I need to make myself a glass, and I have what I need for that. And I haven't even got to take the wagon out yet, and I'm almost finished with it. What are we getting next? Yes, the rover at 750. Right, but we're going to need to do some upgrades here first. So let's get that scanner module and pop it up over there. Yeah, just like that. Look at that. We have a scanner. Now that is going to allow us to find things, and we can activate it. It uses battery, but we can also cycle through what it's looking for. At the moment, it's targeting iron deposit, and if we do that, copper, silica, sulfur, and that's all we can get right now because that's all that we've actually mined. So when new things come up, like aluminium and silver, we'll be able to scan for them once we've mined them for the first time, and we can mine them now because we have this mining laser module. Drop things off. Actually, I think I might do another. Is that regolith or? Yeah, it's regolith. I got a lot of regolith. I want to keep some of it, but how are we doing it? Ooh, we are out. And our batteries are running low. Well, that's not a bad thing. I think what I'll do is I'm going to disconnect this, and I'm going to disconnect both of these. Alright, so those aren't plugged in right now. And before I do anything silly, I need to go and check what I'm doing, because we do have fuel generator 2, but that needs silver wire. Well, that's not really a problem. It is if we don't carry on producing power. I'm going to just unplug this momentarily. I'm going to pick up all the regolith chunks we've got. I was wrong. This has 6 slots, not 8. I'm going to make myself some more regolith rods. Actually, I had one, but that's fine. Now we've got a few. And take that outside. I'm going to carry on letting one of these run. And the reason for that is because I need power to charge myself when the time comes. So I'll just shove that in there. And hopefully the batteries charge up. They've taken a knock because of charging that battery and me and lots of crafting and analyzing. But we need silver now. We couldn't mine it before. I'm going to drop off the silica that I've got over here. And we might as well carry on with the drill. Should we? Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. If it's not, we'll sort it out. But there you go. We'll let that carry on. So let's take our little wagon train out. All we need to do is plug ourselves in, and we're going to head over... Ooh, which way was it? Somewhere down here. And if we look behind us, there they are. They're all coming. So we need to come down into the hole, and everything is following me, and then I can hold to mine with our new laser. And it's going to chew up a bit of power, but not as much as it would on me. And it's taking it out of the battery that's on the wagon at the moment. So we're good. Now when that battery runs dry, then it's going to start taking power off my backpack. That's cool. We've got some silver now. That's exactly what we needed. And how much power is left? Ooh, oh, nah, it's not looking strong. We'll go back. The whole point of this is to up the power. Right, so we're here. I'm going to need to recharge this, but not right now. I'm going to make myself some silver wire. There it is. And then go and remind myself what I need for that bigger fuel generator. 2 composites. And composites need... I've only got 1 regolith left. I'll have to go and get more. Oh, no worries. There's some right here. So let me mine this, and I'll pick up some more regolith since it's available. Right, so I need 2 composites, and in here we can do them. And that is that done. So I can actually start deconstructing stuff here. So you look at it, you press Q to do the build actions, you hold Q to deconstruct, and it deconstructs, and you have some stuff on the ground that you can pick up. I'm not going to pick it up. I'm going to go into the printer. I'm going to do fuel generator 2, and I'm going to put this out over here. That looks fine. Then I'm going to grab these 2 rods and pick this stuff up. This has place for 4 rods. Oh, and I found some more regolith, so I can make another one. Oh, and some more. It's just everywhere now. And then I need to deconstruct this one as well. So we'll get rid of that. And then I can take this and plug it into the big one. Right there. And then this will start working. Very cool. Blossom looks cute. Anyway, I need to make more fuel cells and empty my inventory. I can't do another one. I can make more silver wire. I don't think anything needs silver ore. So that has thinned my inventory out a bit. I'm going to grab that regolith rod. I dropped my silver. This side is full. I think maybe I'll take this. I actually just want to see the specs of this fuel generator. I'm not sure what the comparison is. I don't remember if it's better than 2 of the small ones. So let's hop into the printer. So the fuel generator T1 makes 1 power, has 2 fuel slots. T2 makes 1.5 power, but also with a 25% efficiency. So it's not as good as 2. Yeah, I'm going to have to keep an eye on the batteries once I've plugged everything in. There's only one thing to plug in right now, and that is this. And we are at 726. I can have a look at what we need for the T2 drill. That needs 1 pressure core and a silver wire. Now, if I break that one down, there was a pressure core in there, wasn't there? And I have silver wire. So let's take that one out and disconnect. Silver wire, yes, right there. And I'm pretty sure this had a pressure core in it. So deconstruct, and there is the pressure core, and we get a composite back. So now I can head over here and do... Oh, I needed 2 pressure cores. Oh, bummer. And the pressure core needed silica and sulfur. Well, it just so happens I have silica and sulfur. All right, well, I hope this doesn't draw a lot more power. Anyway, there it is. We have another pressure core. So let's go and get our T2 drill built. Drill T2. I'll put it right out as far as I can. Make sure that we've rotated it correctly. Yep, like that. And build. And then we can pull a line from there and plug that in right there. Okay, let's go and have a look at what the difference was, because I didn't look at that first. So the drill T1, 0.4 power consumption and 0.03 terraform per second. Drill 2, 1.5 power, so that's what, 3.5 times more power, but 5 times more terraforming. It does mean I'll probably need another power thing. Is this staying charged? No, that's kind of sitting stable, and I can't see what the other 2 are doing. That one that's full. So yeah, okay, it's stable. We are not making any more than what we're using, which is not really a good thing. We are gathering a nice collection of composites though. Yeah, I think I'm going to need another fuel generator. But our pressure is getting there. We'll have the rover T1, the wagon T2, which is like 2 wagon T1s. If we have 4 of those, that's cool, and a refinery. Then there's storage T3, which looks like it is the storage T2 like I've set it up. Basically a back-to-back thing, maybe. It looks like it's only got 6 slots, so I'm not sure. And then there's a storage module T2, which has, is that 8 slots to store stuff? Interesting. Temperature station launch panel. Oh, look at that. We unlocked stage 4. Nice. So let's go and see what we need for a rover. No, we need to get the blueprints first. So let's do that. Up in here, press R. There they are. And we can go and analyze. Wagon T2, rover T1, and refinery T1. Very nice. What do we need for the rover? Power cell and silver wire. Well, that shouldn't be a problem at all. Wagon T2, silver wire, and aluminium ingot. We don't have aluminium ingots yet, but I know where there's some aluminium, so we'll be able to get those fairly easy. And then go and have a look at what's next. Yeah, the temperature thing we are not going to be doing anything with right now. I think we need to sort out the pressure first, then we need to go up in our spaceship, and we'll get the temperature thing started. But we have to build up enough pressure on the planet, so we need to get the ice to form, and that will freeze the planet. I suppose, create water maybe, or the basis for an atmosphere. Anyway, there are a couple of things to do. Optional, install overlay module V2, which I will get to. We have some resources available. Nothing that we can use to build anything right now. The rover we can get to, but I think that is for now where I'm going to leave this one. If you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. Let me know your thoughts. I think this is a very good game. It is coming out on the 9th of March. Link will be in the description. There's a demo available currently, and it's a pretty good demo. I need to charge myself before bad stuff happens. Oh, and while you're running around the base, you can keep yourself plugged in and go and do whatever you want. But yeah, I think I'm going to play the heck out of this. I want to see this planet turn green and have trees and animals. That should be very interesting. And we also, in the next episode, we're going to go and explore some locations. We're going to find pieces of the story We're going to find more blueprints out there. And we're going to go to space for a bit. That should be fun. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. And until next time, cheers.